Mechwarrior Online patch notes for September 2023 are out, guys. Let's talk about them because there is a lot of talk to be had, and also it is going to be a mixed bag from what I see after just quickly scrolling over it. Let's talk about it in detail. The patch notes for the patch on September 19th, so we're patching a little bit earlier. That's actually Tuesday. Let's see what's happening. The announcement of Mechwarrior 5 clans that happened because something got leaked. Hallelujah. Annual rewards program sales are underway. Comp Championship Series is in full throttle. Okay. Tournament support pack still available. And then we will have 3 new legendary mechs this month. Weapon adjustments that they say we can look forward to. That remains to be seen. Mech tweaks, quirk modifications, map enhancements. Let's see what map enhancements will be, and more. Alright, so we don't talk about Mechwarrior 5 here because this is about Mechwarrior Online patch, so scrolling on, moving on, I'll talk about Mechwarrior 5 clans in a separate video. Don't forget to check out the legendary annual rewards program sales. There is a page where you can go to check what kind of annual rewards you qualify for. There's a couple of really nice rewards in there, so make sure to check that out. Then Comp Series, again, Tournament Support Pack has already raised $18,000 total in prize money. That's really, really nice. Thank you to everybody who chimed in and bought a pack to support the comp scene in the game. Moving on to the 2 or 3 new legendary battle mechs. Now, this is a copy and paste mistake because the Stalker War Emu and the Scale Shot Viper were from last month. So, we are seeing 3 new legendary mechs this month. We get the Atlas Warlord, and we get 2 new Urbies, the Hashke and the Abaddon. Each mech pack will sell for 15 bucks. The Urban Mech pack includes both mechs. Nice. Each of those mechs will have a new variant of the existing chassis as always, custom paint job, 30% C-bill boosts, and of course different set of quirks as well. And they all have a mini battle pass attached to it. The battle pass is basically stuff that you can unlock on the website, for example war horns, decals, colors and whatnot, or bolt-ons. And you can play that battle pass at your own leisure. There is no time limit on it, which is a really, really nice move by PGI. That's the way to do battle passes. So Activision Blizzard and all the other honks out there, this is how you do a battle pass. Now, moving on, let's talk about the first mech that comes up. I see Atlas. I say instant buy. I'm looking at this Atlas. I'm seeing 2 hard points in the eye, which is kind of interesting. But I'm seeing 2 side torso mounts for Daka. Potentially a missile mount here, but we'll see. But yeah, this is an instant buy. I mean, you slap 2 heavy gauss on there. The rest is history. I wonder if it gets ECM. Let's check it out. The Atlas Warlord. Standard loadout is going to be 6 small lasers and 2 LB20s. Now 6 small lasers for the learned about among you. You guys know that 6 small lasers is basically the equivalent of like an AC-20 and a half almost. So this is a strong mech. Runs with standard engine 360. Of course, if you run the LB20s, the side torsos, you have to go standard engine. But yeah, I see a lot of potential for this. And it also has a mount for missiles. So if you want to, you can do like an MRM-40 in here. And the heavy gauss in the other side torso, plus the small lasers. That would be a terrifying build, by the way. So yeah, this looks good so far. What I really find interesting, the cockpit has 2 hard points. So you can have 2 small lasers or 2 medium lasers in the cockpit. Or a light PPC. Yeah, small cockpit. That is really nice. That is super interesting. Love it. Or a snub. Yeah, you could go eye blast people. You could be Odin that eye blasts people from, you know, the eye socket. Looks good. Looks good. I like the style of it a lot. I'm gonna have some fun with this mech. Warlord, like it. Okay, that is a highlight of this patch, I would say. Quirks, 10% heat, and of course the Atlas armor plus critical hit chance receiving minus 40%. Okay. Then, let's go on to the next mech. The Urban Mech Hashke. It has a Cameron star on it, and it looks nice. So one arm, at least triple ballistic mounts, the other arm triple energy mounts. Got these, what is this, cats? Almost looks like loaf cats. on the legs. I like the clean design of it. And these are actually not decals. These are actually bolt-ons apparently. This looks cool. Okay, I like it. I like it. Oh, why does it jump down there? Jesus, scrolling mech scrolls a lot. All right. Let's see what the loadout is going to be on this thing. Ultra AC-20, 2 machine guns, and ER micro lasers. I was saying what? ER micro lasers? Yep, this is gonna be a clan Urbi. That's the Urban Mech 2C. So that of course opens up a lot of interesting potential builds. You could go machine guns and heavy larges or whatnot if you wanted to. It's probably gonna fit. It's gonna be clan space magic. It's gonna be good. It does come with 1 jump jet in this build. This is actually not going to be a horrible build, I think, but I would probably remove the machine guns and update the ER micros to medium lasers or whatnot. But yeah, looks fun. Let's look at the quirks. Do the Scroderoni once again. And what do the quirks tell us? The quirks tell us... I'm on the right mech, right? Yes. UAC jam duration, 30%. UAC jam chance, 30%. 20% ballistic velocity and 15% cooldown. Strong quirks plus armor quirks as well. For UX, LBXs. Not machine guns, but UX and LBXs. And normal autocannons. Nice. And some armor quirks as well. Plus 5% heat dissipation and 35% overheat damage. Strong quirks. This one's gonna be fun. In my opinion, that one would be a buy for sure. Moving on to the Abaddon, the other part of the Urbis. Skin looks nice. I dig it. I like the colors. This is well done. And it's a Gauss muzzle right here. Okay. Alright, the Urban Gauss. The Urban Gauss is here. Let's have a look at the loadout. Once again, Urban Mech 2C2. Clan Mech. Hyper Assault Gauss 30 and 4 ER small lasers. It's the Hagben Mech. Alright. Alright. Okay. I would probably think about... you probably can't get rid of the heat sinks. But you could probably get a bigger engine in exchange for the heat sinks. I will see. I will see. I need to check the max engine size, by the way. Does it say the max engine size here somewhere? That would be interesting to find out what the max engine size is on those. It's probably going to be an XL 180 or something. Let's see what the quirks say. Hag velocity, or Gauss velocity, 30%. Gauss and Hag cooldown, 20%. Plus ammo capacity for Gauss and Hag. And heat dissipation, overheat damage, and extra armor. Nice. This should also be a fun and strong mech to play. So yeah, I think the Urbi pack is going to be fun as well. So I would say, as far as the new legendary mechs are concerned, that's a W. I like that. Now, moving on to weapon adjustments. First are the X-Pulse lasers. Now the X-Pulse lasers, when they were released, I'm gonna risk offending somebody's feelings here, but they were garbage and they should never have been released with those stats. Let's see what happens. Small X-Pulse, 25 meters extra range. Damage increased, 1.0 instead of 0.85. Heat also increased. No, just no. It's a staring weapon. They don't need to generate more heat. You're already getting punished for being the creepy dude that stares at someone here 24/7. Heat increase? No. Why? Why do you have to do a sensible buff and then do that? You could have tried it without the heat increase. Because that might make them more bad now. Like, you're increasing the damage, but you're also increasing the heat. So effectively, the only thing you're doing is you're increasing the range by 25 meters. Medium X-Pulse laser. Range, gonna be like the medium lasers now. Damage, 0.3 upgrade. So that's a 25% damage increase. Heat increase, the same. No, just no. Why? Why? Like, you've seen me run X-pulse lasers. You've seen how quickly you run hot. And they increase the heat on them. No. Large X-pulse laser, same thing. Same range as the large pulse laser now. Damage up 1.85 to 2.2, but also 0.2 more heat per fire. Okay, so what do I think about this set of changes? This one. Not this one, but this one. Binary laser cannon. Cooldown reduced by 0.1 seconds. Laser duration increased by 0.1 seconds. And heat penalties threshold reduced to 3 from 4. Firing 3 binary laser cannons applies heat penalty. Brain dead change. Double thumbs down. So stupid. The binary laser cannon requires 1 extra critical hardpoint as opposed to the clan heavy large laser, which is the direct competitor. Weighs 9 tons over the 4 on the clan side. This thing's so heavy, it balances itself. The only thing that would needed to be done is to balance some outlier mechs that can shoot 4 or 5 heavy binary laser cannons at the same time. But other than that, I mean, have you seen the clan volleys that they can crank out? This change has no support from me. I hate it. I 100% hate it. And I know that a lot of the other guys out there, from my viewers, as well as some of the more prominent streamers, also will not like this. So this one, again, if there is a good set of reasons behind this, please elaborate. For me, no. This is stupid. And yeah, I'm feeling very strongly about this, so that's why I'm choosing these words. Moving on. On the clan side, let's talk about the hags. You know, those weapons that are insanely good? Let's see what happens. Hag 20, burst duration up by 0.1 seconds. Hag 30, burst duration up by 0.15 seconds. Hag 40, burst duration up by 0.15 seconds. But also, Hag 30, slight heat increase. Tiniest bit of heat increase. But reduced spread. Yeah, you know, those hags that start hitting you at 1,000 meters plus, they weren't accurate enough yet. We're reducing the spread now. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Why? Hags are already so good. Why do you need to reduce the spread on them? 40 damage at 1,000 meters. And now we're making that spread tighter. Heavy Gauss on the inner sphere side, however. 250, 260, 270. Moving on. So, those changes, no. Just no. Maybe we get some good changes now. Ultra Autocannon 5, jam duration reduced by, what is that, 0.75 seconds. Same on the UAC 5 side, on the clan side. Autocannon 10, jam duration reduced from 7.5 to 5 seconds. Yeah, like, who actually came up with these jam durations? 7.5 seconds. You're playing a first-person shooter in where fractions of a second can decide between you live or you die. Yeah, in this game. And they have jams that will jam you up to, what, 7.5 seconds? Or 8 seconds even here? Guys, there is fun and there is anti-fun. And these previous durations are anti-fun. Now we're getting to a better world where you only jam for 5 seconds. That is still going to feel like an eternity, but hey, I'll take 5 seconds over 8 seconds. Okay, so good changes here on the Ultra Autocannon changes. Now we're going to mech adjustments. Black Knight, primary and secondary energy hardpoints on left and right torsos are now placed on a higher location on the mech W. Good change. Primary energy hardpoint on the left and right arm is now equipped on the top of the mech's forearm as opposed to being below. Great change. So that's a W for the Black Knights. That's gonna make us shoot less from our dick and more from hopefully the torsos somewhere. Ballistic hardpoint on the left arm is now equipped on top of the mech's forearm and instead of below. Also good change. Mech quirk, that's all for the mech adjustments. Now we're talking about mech quirk adjustments. Viper. The scale shot. The quirks are shifting from a set of 4 to a set of 8. Values are maintained. A set of 6, sorry. Missile range increased. Missile spread bonus increased. SRM ammo per ton bonus increased. Missile velocity added. Energy cooldown added. Okay. So the only thing we're losing is the heat. Yeah. Okay. Once again, and this is a major oversight. Why no Strick SRM ammo on the scale shot? Why does this mech, same thing for LRM ammo or ATM ammo, why does this mech have to be shoehorned so hard into SRM only? Why? Why are you not allowing people to have fun and do different builds than just SRMs? It's a good mech, it's a great mech, it's a fun mech, that's not the problem. The problem is that Mechwarrior Online is about building your own mechs the way you want them to build. And this set of quirks brute forces people into SRMs, and that's not a good thing to do. So PGI, next patch, I want to see something here. It's a $15 mech. You can add quirks for LRM and Strick ammo and ATM ammo. Come on. Don't force people into just SRMs. Yes, it's great for SRMs, but let people play what they want. Why is it so hard? Ice Fridge. Prime gets 30% missile ammo bonus per ton in the right arm. Charlie, missile ammo bonus is removed, but left torso, left arm, and right arm get 30% missile ammo bonus. Bravo, 30% ammo bonus for missiles in left arm and right arm. The P gets 30% missile ammo bonus per ton in the left arm, and the Rainbow Crow gets right torso 30% missile ammo bonus. Okay. Bushies. Okay, here's some more interesting changes. Left torso, center torso, right torso armor bonus increased by 9. Legs increased by 5. And then right arm armor bonus increased by 13. Left arm armor bonus increased by, what is that? 9. The high roller gets 13. Okay. Next one, let's see what happens. Ballistic range and velocity removed, energy heat removed. Instead, 100% machine gun rate of fire. That doubles the machine gun rate of fire. And 50% weapon velocity. Interesting. That is interesting. X2, laser duration. 50% removed. X2 with binaries or something, or X2 with ER mediums could be interesting. Or just large lasers, we'll see. Bushmaker S2, 10% missile range removed, missile velocity removed, missile heat removed, just 10% flat heat added. P1, ballistic cooldown, energy cooldown, missile range, missile velocity removed, 10% flat cooldown added, and 10% LBX cooldown added, so they want to shoehorn you into using LBX on the P1 now. The P2, 10% range, ballistic velocity, machine gun rate of fire, and energy heat removed. 50% less jam duration, 50% less ramped down duration for racks, and 10% weapon spread. So this is your rack and UAC Bushi now. And the high roller, machine gun rate of fire, energy heat, energy range, laser cooldown removed, 10% flat range, and minus 20% laser heat added. Dragon 1C, laser heat skill limit +1. So the dragons that we were running with triple binaries, yep, 1C now instead of the Fang Flame, one of those. Catapult C1, 5% missile spread removed, missile cooldown 30% now instead of 15%, nice. Grasshoppers, the 5J, 5% ER last laser cooldown removed, flat cooldown added and increased to 15%. Added minus 60% missile spread. Yeah, that would be nice, but it's just a tiny hard point in the cockpit. It's pointless. It's meaningless. It doesn't do anything. Same thing here. Like this is as useful as growing a 6th toe. Like, okay. Then the Grasshopper hero make the Mjolnir. Is it Mjolnir? MJ. Medium pulse laser hit skill limit +1 removed. Instead, medium laser family hit skill limit +1. Okay. 10% medium laser range removed, 10% medium... Okay, so this is just a cleanup here, basically. All medium lasers have 10% range and hit skill level +1. Orions! The Orion M. Ballistic cooldown, LBX spread, missile cooldown, and laser duration removed. Instead, we get flat 15% LBX cooldown, 15% flat cooldown, and minus 15% spread. I mean, the Orions are always knuckle draggers that are suffering from that big time, so this will help a little bit. Is it gonna make them competitive? Probably not. Orion 1K, ballistic cooldown, velocity, and energy cooldown removed. Instead, we get flat 25% weapon velocity up from 15%, 10% cooldown, and light PPC heat skill limit +1, so you can shoot 4 at the same time. Orion V, ballistic cooldown removed, missile cooldown removed, energy cooldown removed, your jam chance removed. Instead, you get flat 15% cooldown, 30% weapon jam chance for UX and Rex, and 10% flat range. And the Orion VA, same thing, ballistic missile cooldown removed, missile heat removed, ballistic velocity removed, SRM range removed. Instead, we get 15% cooldown and 10% flat range. And some changes for the executioners. The Prime, set of 8, ballistic cooldown, energy cooldown, and machine gun rate of fire removed, 20% flat cooldown added. Then, Executioner Bravo, ballistic cooldown removed from a set of 8, 10% energy cooldown removed from a set of 8, 20% cooldown added to a set of 8. So this is an improvement. Executioner Charlie, missile cooldown and missile spread removed from set of 8. Instead, flat cooldown 35% instead of 8 from 25%. Nice. Executioner Echo, heavy laser range removed, ATM heat removed, heavy laser heat skill limit +1 added to set of 8. I like something like that a lot. Of course, this has the firepower now of 3 binary lasers at the weight of 2.33. No, 1.33 binary lasers. So the firepower of 3 binary lasers on the Innisphere side at the weight of 1.33 binary lasers. Because clan space magic. And then for the Cherby Hero Mech, we get 25% ballistic velocity removed from the set of 8. Instead, we get 25% flat weapon velocity and mech top speed. Top speed is nice. It's going to be interesting on the Cherby because that's going to make you a lot faster. But you have to run the set of 8 for that. Gaussilla. Like I said, the Gaussilla was a little bit too weak on the CT. Left torso as well as right torso armor bonus added. The Direwolf. Direwolf S. 10% missile cooldown removed from set of 8. Instead, we get 25% less weapon spread instead of 8. Could be interesting with hags, actually. Then, the Kodiak 2. 20% ballistic velocity and 20% ballistic range added. Nice. Stone Rhino 3. Missile heat skill limit +1. For all missiles. Oh god. Wasn't that the Lerm missile thingy? Oh god. Okay. Stone Rhino 4, 7.5% ballistic heat. Stone Rhino 7, 15% ERPPC velocity. And the Colossus gets nerfed a little bit, 5% heat removed, 10% spread removed. Miscellaneous adjustments coming in now. Faction play domination timer is changing from 3 minutes to 1:30. Base destruction timer changed from 30 seconds to 30 seconds from 15 seconds. Okay. New trial mechs have a skill tree baked into the quirks. It only took 3 years, but this is a good change, especially for new players. You can't change the skill tree, but you will have at least a basic skill tree baked in. Nice. Good change. Really good change. Major W specifically for new players. Good change. Champion mechs have now a 15% XP and a 15% CBIL bonus. To be honest, champion mechs in most cases are never worth it. That extra XP is just completely worthless. Never buy champion mechs, guys. They're just completely pointless. They're just completely pointless. Go for hero mechs or just take the normal mech. The champion mechs are not worth your money. Maps. As a result from feedback from the map polls, the following changes have been made. Hellbore Springs and Alpine Peaks rotation rates have been reduced. Hellbore Springs is not that bad of a map. Alpine Peaks is Liquid Cancer, and the map should have been deleted from the map pool a long time ago, or removed from the map pool temporarily until it can get a heavy rework. But at least they're gonna be reduced rotation rate. Viridian Bog, Terra Firma, and Hibernal rotation rates have been increased. Yes, because we're not getting enough Hibernal and Canyon Network rotations, we're increasing the chance to get Hibernal. Frozen City Classic Day has been removed. Frozen City Classic Night has been increased. Forest Colony Classic and Forest Colony Snow have been temporarily removed because of user CFG file edits, so that you can't see trees or something like that. Probably. What I'm not seeing is, hey, I've been arguing for this for so long, but since we're doing here in the video, if you support this, ask PGI to do this. We have four maps that we can choose from. My recommendation is that one slot, the rightmost slot, the leftmost slot, it doesn't matter, needs to be reserved for a map that is bona fide brawly. Something like Solaris City, or something like Mining Collective, something like Vitric Station, and have that one slot reserved for one of those more brawly maps. That then, of course, appear at random in that one slot. That way, if you happen to drop in a brawler and you see 3 long-range maps coming up, at least you can vote for that one map where you know that you're gonna have a chance at brawling, as opposed to getting gangbanged by the Blue Laser and Gauss boys 24/7. Do you think that's a good proposal? Ask PGI to implement it, because they can do that. Now, moving on. As a result of the feedback from the game poll mode, Incursion has been removed. See you later, Incursion! Thanks for the fish. The basic idea of Incursion was a good idea, but given the way that Mechwarrior Online is played, it just ended up being just like a normal skirmish with the added stipulation of you gotta kill the other guys before they start AFK farming your base. So, unfortunately, I think Incursion had a solid idea, but it never really worked out for the game. I'm happy to see that it's removed. It's gonna make our lives a little bit easier. What I'm not seeing in the map changes, once again, as always, and I know I sound like a broken record, spawn points need to be reworked. I've been saying it for years. We've got like 2 or 3 token reworks on one game mode on a specific map. That's it. Spawn points need to be reworked. Most of the standard spawn points are not set for sub queue. They're a huge cause of the rotator potato phenomenon. Spawn points need to be reworked. Also, Frozen City, for example. Frozen City, the big one. If you drop on Assault, base 1, base 2, giant canyon in the middle, sniper fest, people just sitting around. You take those spawn points, you rotate them by 90 degrees, put them where the original Incursion bases were, and you got a good assault match. I want to see frickin' reworks of those spawn points. That shouldn't be too hard, and it would add a lot of gameplay happiness for people. I can guarantee that. Now, moving on to the user.cfg. Ah, yes. The file that people like to abuse. As the possibilities of user CFG changes are becoming more common throughout the community, and thank you to GRM and all the other guys who have been sharing the information about the user CFG edits so that people can see what kind of insane shit people have been doing with their CFGs. Of course, completely legal, like not bannable, like morally detestable, but not bannable because, well, it's an advantage that you can get from editing the CFG. PGI had explicitly allowed it in the past, so they were not doing a bad thing. They were just trying to get whatever they can do in terms of fair or less fair methods to win the matches, right? So, let's see. Forest Colony Classic and Forest Colony Classic Snow have been removed from the map rotation until they can repair the issue on those maps. Aha, okay. Currently working on a fix for Viridian Bog that should be included in the October patch. Because on Viridian Bog, if you did user CFG changes, you can make the plants disappear in the water, for example. No plants in the water, easy peasy. If you're ever wondering why somebody has perfect aim on you, it's because all those little plants over there, they're just not there for them. They just go like, yeah, you know what, your plants are not there. Again, permitted change as per PGI. Extremely questionable for competitive integrity, especially in a quick play scenario. Extremely questionable. I recommend you don't use those changes, but I mean, if you're doing comp play, you might have to preserve your competitive edge. But for quick play, you know what? You can do anything that is legal as per PGI's definitions of what is okay to use and what not. But if you do stuff like that, you will not have my respect. I will laugh at you. The only thing that should be changeable in the game is it should be in the menu. That's it. Use a ZFG, otherwise should be locked down. Now, changes made in user CFG do not impact the gameplay of the maps used in the Comp Championship Series. Bug fixes. TCs will now affect X-Pulse lasers, binary laser cannon, and hyper assault Gauss rifles. Alright, so got a little bit more passionate in this patch review, but there are a couple of things in there that I'm passionate about. 2, once again, reiterate new mechs, major W. I like all of them. I would say I would, if I were to buy them, I would buy both packs. Mech hardpoint changes on the Black Knight, love it. Weapon adjustments, X-Pulse lasers, L, binary lasers, fucking L, terrible. Hyper Assault Gauss, nope. UX changes with the jam duration, that's a W. And then, of course, some quirk adjustments. We'll have to see how those play out. So I'm gonna reserve to make a judgment later. And then, of course, miscellaneous adjustments. Okay, whatever. You know my opinion on user CFG changes. It's very simple. If you can't change it in the in-game menu, you shouldn't be able to change it. Period. Have everybody play the same and not give anybody an unfair advantage by just doing that. That's a relic from like the olden Quake and Half-Life days with those CFG changes. Modern games just lock that down. There's a reason for that. Alrighty guys, what do you take away from my feedback? Of course, listen, I'm just one guy. This was my personal, all of this, I'm a guy making videos. All of this is my personal opinions, right? Your opinions might differ, and if they do, that's fine. You can also voice them. Let's try and keep it constructive and friendly, even though we feel very passionate about them. And I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Hope this video was helpful to you. Take care. I don't know how much of the review of the patch notes you got, Darren, but like something that we discussed together with Matt a couple months, maybe even a year ago or so. I would highly recommend you guys take one of the maps that can be selected and reserve that for a more brawly map. In terms of map choices, like have a rotation of 3 or 4 or 5 brawly maps.
I mean that with love and respect.
And have that be reserved for one of those slots. So people that are dropping in brawler builds that can at least vote for a closer range map.
Override engaged.
Alright.
Charlie 4 rank, there's a target spotted.
Artillery.
I watch the center, they're gonna pick over and shoot at us up top. Requires engineering and UI. What about just increasing the likelihood of a map showing up? Does it also require engineering and UI, or is that something that you guys could just do? I mean, that's what you did for this patch, right?
I don't see anything in the low ground toward Bravo 3.
Like changing the likelihood of a certain map to show up.
Center Delta 3, 2 mechs now, Nova and something else.
I just have I feel there's a certain lack of mining collective in my life. Event queue? I would love to see more event queue. I would love to see, specifically 8v8 event queue, Darren, was really good. 8v8 event queue was really good. 8v8 brawlers only. Or like a classic MWO event where it's just 8v8, classic mechs, classic loadouts. I don't know how crazy this would be, but no, it could be fun. Should I peek this or not?
Let's bail out of here, dude. Target's high.
Heat level critical.
Bail out, Charlie 2.
They triple binaries and 5 mediums. It balances itself because it's hot as hell. You can't just can't keep the firing up. As opposed to if I was on a clan side, I use a Highlander 2C, triple heavy larges in the Hack 30. And I can alpha strike it 3 times before I overheat. This thing, I can't even alpha strike twice. I have to wait until I get to like 30% heat before I can reuse it.
Sorry, that was Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Charlie
New
4 now
target
behind you.
acquired.
Okay, there's a Corsair back there.
Camping underneath the central structure here.
Um,
At least 2.
Throw them down some s'mores. Let them eat them. And when they get fat from them, then we harvest. Oh wait, wrong story.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Enemy UAV up.
Not anymore. It's a light bay with machine guns at a Delta 3 ramp.
Target
Please
acquired.
peek again.
Already down on Delta 4. Watch it.
Okay, here we go.
Heat level critical.
He ate that one. It wasn't perfect on target, but that's good.
Target
Okay,
destroyed.
goodbye.
Heat level critical.
Again, triple binary laser cannons. Do you see a problem with this? I don't see a problem with this. This is balancing itself by weight and heat.
If there's assault in the light, there's stealth.
Need assistance.
I could do a lot crazier and more effective stuff
Target
with
acquired.
clan tech.
Bottom Charlie 3. Target spotted.
Heat level critical. Override shutdown.
That was with cool shots, by the way.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
spotted.
Arctic Wolf
Override
Hotel,
shutdown.
ATM boat down below.
Override engaged.
Target spotted. Didn't override TTD.
Damn it.
No, that was tactical shutdown.
Target spotted.
Using the last seconds of triple binary laser cannons before it gets nerfed to a heat skill limit of 2.
Delta 4, Delta 3. 4 mechs down low.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Like this, you can take this match with the heat values that we're getting right here to showcase why triple binary heat skill limit down to 2 is a bad change. Right here.
Target destroyed.
Right this match.
New target acquired.
Alright, should I just drop down and go on that Kodiak? I'm kind of bored and I want to die.
Son of a bitch.
There's a
Oh,
Kodiak
it's-
and something on Big Delta 3. Oh, rush in for the win, guys. Let's go. Target spotted.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
You don't need that leg, do you?
Sniper, come with me. Come with me, please.
Override shutdown. Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Affirmative.
Well, the bear has been hunted, the pelt has been removed.
Target
Target
acquired.
spotted. The metaphors have been achieved. Good game, guys.
We killed the bear, now we can skin him. Although his skin might be full of heavy metal.
Target destroyed.
Ah! I got a kill!
Good game.
Now I'm ready to be nerfed. But yeah, that was a nice showcase why triple binaries is not a problem. Look at this! Hey! Let's nerf binary lasers down, because this is clearly too dangerous. And I'm using language right now that is dripping with sarcasm, and I know it's a little bit unfair, but I'm really pissed. I'm really not agreeing with this change. Extremely not agreeing with this change. Passionately not agreeing with this change. Thank you so much, supporters. Couldn't do it without you. If you want to join Team TTB, check out the join button right here on YouTube, super thanks button in the comment section, or of course the links to Patreon or the merch store listed in the video description.